Hello and welcome to Yadnya Investment Academy. Today we are going to talk about new facility introduced by SBI Mutual Fund called SBI Bandhan SWP. SBI Mutual Fund has introduced Bandhan Systematic Withdrawal Plan where one can do SWP for their family members. Before we understand this, we should know what is SWP plan. Systematic Withdrawal Plan is the facility given to investors in which they can withdraw a predetermined amount from their existing investments in mutual funds at a pre-decided interval like monthly, quarterly, semi-annually or annually. So basically it is the opposite of SIP. In SIP, you invest in mutual funds systematically. In SWP, you withdraw from mutual funds systematically. We have a detailed video on this, link is here. Until now, SWP was done in the investor's name and only he or she can get the money into his own bank account. Actually, MF units can be paid to another person only in case of death. But what if an investor wants to provide monthly expenses for his children while they are studying in a different city, or wants to share portion of home EMI with his wife or parents or children which goes from their respective bank account, or suppose investor is an NRI and he wants to support his parents or family in India. Now in all these cases, investor has to withdraw and fund the account of relative every month. It is a tedious job to do. An investor may miss good returns mutual funds might give for those short durations. Problem is, mutual funds do not pay to third party. When you withdraw or take an SWP, the amount will be credited in your account only. In case you want to give it to your family member, you need to manually transfer it. Here, SBI Bandhan comes into action. Now, SBI Bandhan SWP is a systematic withdrawal plan facility which allows you to withdraw a fixed amount regularly from your existing investments in a eligible open-ended mutual fund schemes of SBI. Amount can be directly credited to the bank account of your family members such as spouse, parents, children or siblings directly, thus allowing you to give financial support to them in an easier way with no manual intervention after the setup. Now let's discuss who can be the beneficiary for this facility. This SWP has taken benefit under gift tax laws in India, and therefore the beneficiary should be your immediate family members. Eligible beneficiary include children or siblings aged 15 years and above, spouse and parents of the investors only. Beneficiary availing the facility should be a resident individual only. So we have a detailed video on gift tax rules on our channel which tells you about why only these beneficiaries has been chosen for this facility. Now next is, let's discuss how this SBI Bandhan SWP facility works. So you can invest a lump sum amount in a growth option of eligible open-ended mutual fund scheme of SBI. Various equity and debt schemes are included for this facility. If you already have money in these eligible schemes, you can use that money too for this SWP. Next step is to fill up Bandhan SWP form. Form attachment link is available in the description of the video. You have to fill beneficiary details, withdrawal amount you want, duration, frequency, etc. Third step is to submit documents of the beneficiary and get KYC of beneficiary done if he or she is not KYC compliant. Document list is mentioned in the Bandhan SWP form. Post these three steps, money will start flowing into your beneficiary's account in the frequency you have opted. Other important info to note about this facility is that minimum amount you can do SWP for this facility is rupees 5,000 per month. Minimum period for which you can do SWP is 12 months. It is only for individuals and beneficiary has to be Indian resident only. It is only available on growth option of SBI mutual fund schemes and available for both direct and regular plans. Now let's discuss about the taxes that beneficiary and investor has to bear. Now there is no gift tax as per the prevalent tax laws to family members. However, a tax on any interest income generated on Bandhan SWP amount will be borne by beneficiary depending on his or her tax liability. So for example, if beneficiary is your spouse and he or she invested the received amount in bank FD, and then the interest from that FD will be taxed as per beneficiaries or spouse's tax slab. Now there are two parties here. One is the investor who is the owner of the money, and the beneficiary who is receiving the SWP amount in his or her bank account. So beneficiary has to be the relative of the investor as discussed before. Now what is the taxes for investor? Investor will have to pay short-term capital gain and long-term capital gain tax as per current tax laws based on the type of scheme chosen. So if the investor has invested in equity oriented scheme of SBI mutual fund, then STCG and LTCG tax will be different if the investor has chosen debt oriented scheme. So there could also be exit loads which will be borne by the investor in this case. So basically it is a similar thing as giving a lump sum to your family member and then he or she invest in mutual fund and do a SWP on their own name. There will be two differences in that case. One is the tax structure. So investor transfers the lump sum and beneficiary invest in MF scheme and do the SWP. Then STCG and LTCG tax has to be paid by beneficiary unless there is a clubbing rule. Secondly, in the Bandhan SWP case, investor has the control on the amount the beneficiary gets every month as well as the duration. So now the question arises, should you opt for this Bandhan SWP facility? So Bandhan SWP has managed to make use of a gift tax law and help the investor to be given control on the regular income she wants to give to his immediate family members. SBI MF has some very good mutual fund schemes with good performances. So definitely worth opting for if the case makes sense for you. Anyways, SWPs are the best ways to get monthly income according to us, both from taxation and returns perspective. So if overall business case suits you, then it is definitely a good option to take. Before we close, we want to tell you about our book on mutual funds and SIP, which is available on Amazon and Flipkart. That is all we have on this topic. If you have any question, please do write in the comment section below and do not forget to subscribe to our channel for more such videos. Have a great time ahead. Jai Hind.